My boss called me useless and fired me in front of the entire office. But 4 years later, I walked back into that same building as the new owner. When my boss fired me, he didn't even bother lowering his voice. He stood in front of the whole office and said, "Let's be honest, you're useless here." People at their desks suddenly got very interested in their screens. I tried to explain that the project failure wasn't my fault. The system crashed and erased 2 weeks of work, but he just shook his head. "Excuses?" he said. "Pack your things." Just like that. 3 years of work ended in 5 minutes. The worst part wasn't losing the job, it was the way everyone looked at me while I packed my box, like I really was useless. That night, I sat in my tiny apartment staring at my laptop. I kept replaying his words in my head. Useless? So I decided something. If I was useless there, I'd prove I wasn't useless anywhere else. I spent the next 4 years working harder than I ever had in my life. I built a small software tool to solve the exact problem that had caused that project to fail. At first, nobody noticed it. Then a few companies started using it, and then hundreds. Within 3 years, my little tool had turned into a full tech company. And one day, my investor called me. "Hey, there's a struggling logistics company up for sale. Cheap, interested?" When he said the name, I almost laughed. It was the same company that fired me. Turns out my old boss had run it straight into the ground. 2 weeks later, the deal was finalized. I owned the company. On my first day as the new owner, I walked into the office. Everything looked exactly the same. Same desks, same walls, even some of the same employees. And there he was, my old boss. He looked confused when he saw me walking toward the executive office. "Wait, what are you doing here?" he asked. I smiled. Then I handed him a folder. Inside was his termination notice, and before he could say anything, I repeated the exact same words he once told me. "Let's be honest. You're useless here."